Hello, welcome to the Live Life Now podcast. This is Brian, and this is episode 20. What it's like to make a podcast, and things I've learned. Just going to give a quick little rundown of a couple things. First of all, if you are watching this episode, you've probably seen some of my previous episodes. Thank you for making it all the way to this episode. I appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed some of the things I've had to say in some of my previous topics. I've just tried to, speak from the heart and not overthink things. Obviously, there are times that things might not always come out the way I would like them to in a perfect world, but I think ultimately I get to the points I'm trying to make, the large majority of the time. And it's nice to think it out and talk it out. And even if I'm not talking with somebody else, just to work it out mentally is kind of nice. And to have a document of all these different things and the experiences that I've had, in a video form, is pretty nice. My experiences have been very positive, and obviously I've taken inspiration from other podcasts in regards to just going with it, making a good amount of episodes. I heard through previous podcasts that a lot of people stop after the first few. I decided to record a bunch, all in a short time, find topics that I felt I could talk about, and have good experiences and good stories. And just offer something, maybe like a unique perspective as an insider with certain items, and with others, some things I don't know as well as others. That's cool too. I offer what I can, and that's all I can do. I just do my best. So definitely I've done a lot of that. But in regards to the podcast itself, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how to set it up. Turns out it's pretty easy, obviously, nowadays with YouTube. And there's many other options out there too. So it's cool to see how it works, to just learn how it goes, find another creative platform for me to express myself. As I've mentioned in the previous episodes, I have worked in many job industries and had many different roles within those industries. But I also have a big creative background. With music, with photography. I've done artwork. I've written books. I've written articles. I've written blogs, and I've done them in small scale where it's just for like websites or message boards, and I've done it on large scales for popular websites that have gotten hundreds of thousands of views. And possibly more. I don't have track of all the stats, but just the fact that I'm getting my thoughts and opinions and creativity out there makes this all worth it. I'm well beyond the point where I need other people's approval for my own approval. So that's really good. That was a tough lesson to learn, and so that's not what this podcast is about. This is a podcast. For me, just to speak my mind, not overthink it, just go with the flow. The topics came easy for me. I had a lot of things to draw from, and I have talked about these things in my books, and in potentially another book or two ahead, I will go further in depth in some of these topics. I'm just kind of trying to cover them in a short, easily digestible form right now. But some of these topics I could go for hours if I really wanted to. I don't want to do that to myself or to anybody else that may listen, because it's too much and it's overwhelming in some topics. It's better to be more short and to the point, and not overdo it, basically. So I've learned that the episodes that went longer than I initially expected them to. My initial thought was 10 minutes per episode. That's it. Keep it short and sweet. And then I quickly realized, about 18 to 23 minutes seems to be my sweet spot. I feel like at that point I've said everything I want to say. And then it got to the point on some topics where I'm like, man, I need a half an hour on this thing. There's just too many layers to unpack and too many things that I want to get out there. And so I guess you're seeing the culmination of all of that. And I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful that there's like just an option out here where I can just do a live like this. I haven't done lives on YouTube before this. I've done lives like with Instagram and things, but that was different. This is interesting. Now I'm recording and I'm recording at different times of the day, middle of the night in some cases, during business hours and others. My YouTube following is not that deep. So it's not like I'm getting people watching live per se, but it's just so much easier to record live instead of having to upload everything, episode by episode. And it's cool because I'm able to add longer descriptions in the links, like links of different things that I want to share in my video descriptions. I'm able to add things that I touch on in the episodes themselves so that you can click on the links and go further in depth. I'm also sharing other creative outlets that I have, whether it's of my original songs or if it's of my other YouTube videos, whether they're ones with me in them or family members or just like concerts of different bands, whatever they are. I'm happy to put them all out there and So to sum it up, I don't need to go on a long episode about this. Just to make it clear, I'm very grateful for yet another opportunity to speak my mind, get things out there, just, not hold anything in, just kind of let everybody know that, hey, this has been a good experience. And if you are thinking of making a podcast, you should do it. You have nothing to lose, only to gain. And if people like it and if people appreciate what we have to say and you're able to build a following, all the better. But it's not going to come overnight. Even the most famous podcasters, either have established themselves very well outside of the podcast world before they became podcasters, whether they're actors or hosts of something, some type of a celebrity type of situation, or they have like a very unique topic or something that they can add something to that, is very specific. But otherwise, hey, you're just doing it for yourself and saying what you want to say, as long as it's respectful to others and hopefully respectful to yourself. And as long as it's, within societal and social norms, I guess is where I'm going, then put it out there, express yourself, be grateful, be thankful. It's the right attitude to have. You never know what tomorrow brings. So make today great, and tomorrow will probably be great too. It's, half the battle is the, your outlook, your perception on things. Perception becomes reality. And I think it's key to know that there's good and bad in days, there's ups and downs, but it's about how many times you get back up when those downs occur, that show your real, character. And once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me an outlet to share my thoughts and opinions on stuff. Be on the lookout for future books that I plan to do. Be on the lookout for my improv group to continue, at least in the near future. I don't know to what distance I will continue with it, but I enjoy what I do. I enjoy making other people happy. I enjoy coming up with games that are fun for everybody and kind of like just hosting it all. And I appreciate you. Just know that I'm sending lots of love and happiness to everyone out there. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching the Live Life Now podcast. Take care, everybody.